Hey,
Hello.
2 live streams in one day. Who would have thunk it?
Wow.
You guys are gonna be kind of freaked out, I'm sure. They're into this a little bit, and
Don't mind my hair. I wasn't expecting the live stream, so I look like that.
yeah, this is completely unexpected. Just gonna give people a couple seconds to see that we're here because we actually have a lot to talk about. Oh, good, we have a person. Hi, person.
Hey,
Who's the person?
Who is it?
While we give you a chance to respond, we are going to talk about cookies.
Cookies.
First of all, I'm drinking water because I
Water.
am overheating. Oh, we have 3 persons. Hi, 3 persons.
Yay. Hello.
So just water, but
Water.
I have some gluten-free goodies. Hi, Pat. Hi, Missy.
Hi, Pat. Hi, Missy.
So I have Sweet Amsterdam. It's a gluten-free, dairy-free stroopwafel. And what I would suggest is putting on top of hot tea. This is the honey one. I prefer the honey one. And this is the caramel one.
I've got the caramel and cinnamon.
And it's a little less chewy for mom. Yeah, I know, right? Twice in one day. Aren't you psyched?
Yay.
So we're going to open up our cookies.
Oh, look, they're actually individually wrapped. I didn't know because these are Talia's and I didn't know this.
Hi, Blair.
Hi, Valeria. Valeria. Ha.
You do know how to say Valeria,
I do
right?
know how to say Valeria.
Oh, it's also soy-free, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free. Mine has honey.
Yeah. Mine has cinnamon in it.
You see, Mom, this is kind of chewy. I don't think that you'd be able to.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, that's the honey. Hi, Darlene.
Hello,
And-
Darlene.
Fiber Hermit.
Fiber Hermit is Margaret.
Okay.
Right? Margaret, right?
I'm a horrible person.
Hello.
Okay, so
Margaret has
hang on, I
gloves
have honey on my teeth.
Margaret has gloves on.
There we go. So you guys know who we are, but we should do it as we were supposed to. I'm not even sure if we introduced ourselves at the beginning.
Mm-mm.
Hi, I'm Talia. I'm also known as Franciscan Gypsy. You have stuff on your teeth.
I'm Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
Grab a snack, Pat.
Get
Join
something.
us.
Have a cup of tea. Have a cookie.
Join the dark side. We have cookies.
Yes. Join the dark side.
So now we have peoples here. I have an interesting pitch for. Well, first hi, Blair. The stroopwafels are the best on a mug of tea. Yes, I agree with you.
Ooh.
Yes, because now I actually haven't had one fall into my tea yet. I've had to get if I
But that might be fun, Valeria. A little texture to your tea.
my stroopwafel's just the right size for my mug, but I like to drink the tea down to like about 3/4 to halfway down, so that way it doesn't melt it quite as fast.
Right.
And then I don't risk it, my stroopwafel getting too wet. I think it's actually a Dutch thing, isn't it, Blair? I'm not sure.
It's either Dutch or Belgium, isn't it?
It's not like some people were talking about how they couldn't find it in the States in the Plum Deluxe group. It is Dutch. Okay, that's what I thought.
Because I know I've had them in Belgium, but that makes sense.
It might be just easier to get overseas in general.
It might be.
So, okay, we do have a pitch for you guys.
Dutch for sure. Okay, Dutch for sure. Okay.
I wonder if it's normally gluten-free, if this is just the way that they do it here.
Before you digress, we should get into our exciting news.
Yes, exciting suggestion. So
Suggestion.
I really,
Pitch.
it's a pitch. It's something that, why we buy in markets. Oh, they buy huge
yes, the
ones.
big ones.
Oh.
Yes, I've seen them. They have them in the Flemish section of Belgium, the big ones. They're good when they're hot.
At least they were 30 plus years ago.
Larry just said they were good.
Yes. I bet they're softer. Like fluffier. Anyway. Okay, this is so awesome to do a live stream like this. I'm sure I'm flushing like crazy.
No, you're not really.
Yay.
You're better today than you were back there.
Okay, so
Chris, how can it be crispy and soft?
well, I
guess-
mean, this is kind of crispy.
I guess the outside is crispy and the center is soft.
Do you want to see how chewy it is? I think this might be too chewy for you.
Want to do this?
No, I don't care. I mean, I've had one earlier. So, you see why I think that might be a little too chewy
Just
for
a
you?
little chew. I'd have to put it on a cup of tea.
Yeah. Okay, so
Good though.
what we were talking about, I guess I'm also kind of nervous about how you guys will think about it.
Yeah.
I just brought it to Mom because YouTube suggested monetizing. I thought something I'm we're really
Monetizing.
monetize. What did I say?
No, you just said it so fast. I'm not sure they should.
Monetizing, where you'd add ads. And I'm not really interested in adding ads onto our podcast.
No.
With an hour plus long podcast, that would kind of be a lot of ads and it get really annoying really quickly. So, fresh waffles. Crispy while baking. The stroop is added that makes it crispy and soft. Okay, stop it.
Yes, Mom.
So we were thinking about maybe doing like a Patreon thing. Not like Baker Bears. They're way different than us.
We are what we are. Unvarnished, raw, not finished. We're just us.
But let me run through what we were thinking of and let us know if this sounds crazy. So there'd be their normal podcast, which wouldn't change.
Yeah, the normal stuff that we do remains the same.
But we're thinking for like $1 a month, there would be a monthly live stream, and possible patron alongs, like when there's patterns released or something like that, and then a Facebook group. I'm constantly on Facebook for whatever reason that works better for my brain when I'm feeling brain fogged and fatigued. So that would be for the $1 a month. Then for like a $3 a month, you'd still have the Facebook group, you'd still have the patron alongs, the monthly live stream. But this is the parts that get kind of excited about. There'd be something called Designer's Desk, where you would see designs in progress. And I know some of this is going to sound like some candy and stuff. It's not intended to.
It's just that they have it's a template.
Yeah.
And
there would be, you would see the thought process, you see designs as they're coming along, not necessarily every step of the way, talk through design ideas, and also the occasional live streams where I say, hey, a design's coming out of testing. That would be every time a design would come into testing, that would be come up for the patrons only. So they would get the first chance to get in on a test.
And they would see things like where you see the bags.
Yeah.
Now you would see progress when she's working something up, because it's a privatized group. Did you see what Pat said?
Ooh, and she'd be happy to do a Zoom.
That'd be great.
That'd be great too. And we had to talk about something like that as well. That would maybe be something that wouldn't be scheduled. That would be
right.
Something that would be
because we'd have to have her input on it.
Yeah. And also, not to mention, I react to Zooms.
Yeah.
I actually flare really badly when there's a lot of stimulation. And for some reason, Zoom really sets me off. So I'd like to get my symptoms more under control before we did a group Zoom. Because otherwise you would see me having some really bad symptoms.
Right.
I mean, you've seen some pretty bad symptoms, but don't be sorry, Pat. You didn't know that.
And we might even do it if she has sometimes. I might do it.
Yeah, it's mom loves Zooms and she misses some of the knitting Zooms. But I have to be careful how often I do them. We have a monthly one we do for religious stuff, and every single time I react very poorly. So I'm just not at the point where I can do Zooms. It overstimulates
we
me.
have a monthly one for religious, and then we have a weekly one that she just picked up for Bible study. That's 40 minutes.
And I had to sit in complete dark.
She has to sit in the dark. But it's a fantastic idea, Pat, and we may take you up on it.
Yeah. It just wouldn't necessarily be me.
Or not for the whole time.
Or not for the whole time. It would be easy. Okay. We'll have to talk more, Pat, for sure. And then, so also that was, we're talking about the $3 a month. So Facebook group, Patreon along, monthly live stream. Then we'd have to discuss whether, I think the Zoom would be made up for all. Or maybe for 3.
We'll discuss that.
We'll discuss that. Designer's Desk, we talked about that, where then you would get the first chance for testing. We would go through thought processes. You would see, instead of seeing a bag, you guys would actually see progress. Mm-hmm. So you would have an idea of what's coming out. So maybe even in the back of your head, if you just start thinking, that's something I might want to test later. Mm-hmm. You could start looking through your stash ahead of time. Yes. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do patron-only rewards that are not going to be too physically stressful. Right. Because I can't do something that's too physically stressful.
And I'm not really tech savvy at this point.
Yeah, I don't think trying to give me plans. That's true.
That's
true. That's very true.
Yeah.
But I figure if it's just a little bit extra, and then It's enough where it makes it worth it for you guys, but it's not so much that it drives me crazy.
It's basically stuff we're already doing, but you don't
A
get
little
to see
bit
it.
more. Yeah, but you don't get to see it. Exactly.
So,
You just get to see more.
That's what we're trying to. I mean, there are a couple of things that are kind of new, but nothing stressful.
I just realized I can actually possibly put my hair up pretty soon.
Yeah, that's good.
That's very exciting. Okay.
She's trying to get cool. That's why she's.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
So then we're also thinking about occasionally at the dye pot where you might see mom while she's dyeing. I'll set up a camera.
It might be that, or it might be simply, okay, I've got this and I've got this. Which one do you like better? Do you like both? Do you have a name for this?
Hi, Rena. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Rena. Hi, Karen. You kind of get on the ground floor. You might end up naming something. You might.
Right. You get involved in the process, in the creative process. Even you guys have always been super involved for us, but I feel like this will give you even more of a look behind. There would be less hidden stuff. There would be more of, hey guys, we are doing this, and here's the process.
Right.
And so that would be the $3 a month.
Oh, thank you, Karen.
And then
Hi, wedgie woman.
Hi,
Ouija woman.
Ouija, it's two
Ouija
E's.
woman. It's yes.
And then as far up as we would go is $5 a month, because honestly, we can't provide as much as some of the other people can provide, simply because I have a lot of physical limitations, and I don't want anyone to feel like they aren't getting their money, what they're paid for. And also, I don't want to stress myself out or mom out with stuff that we can't handle.
It'll help us to focus, that's for sure.
It will help us to focus.
Yes, we can focus on occasion.
And actually, this would be less stressful in many ways than some of the other things I've been trying to do with my time. So $5 a month, which is the highest, would be Facebook group, Patreon alongs, monthly live stream, designer's desk at the dye pot, the heads up for pattern entering testing, 10% off Lady Fern & Co Creations yarn. So you would have
I think, Blair, I have a corner here with your name on it right there. We love you, Valeria.
And yeah, exactly, Pat. I feel like anything more than $5 a month is more than I be comfortable.
Are you talking to Pat or Margaret?
Did I give you the wrong name? Sorry. I'm going to blame the brain.
Yes.
I'm going to blame the brain. Yes.
Hello, Catherine.
I probably should put on my
From South Carolina.
my cooling vest, but there we go.
Right.
I'm just a little warm. It's not terrible. I'll survive. I've had a lot worse. Even this week, even today. Okay, so 10% off of all Lady Fern & Co Creations yarns. You'll get like a special code in the $5. And then we would also have something, it'd be once a month, maybe towards the end of the month, whereas maybe the live stream would be towards the beginning. At the end of the month, we would have the tea of the month chat. So we would each choose what we think our tea of the month is for us. And then we would set up the camera. You would see us set up for tea. And then you would just have a tea party with us. That's it. We'd talk about our tea a little bit. We'd share a cookie.
Just kind of sit there and talk for a little bit, and maybe do a little bit of knitting, maybe, but mostly just talking and.
I love seeing all the chatting in the side, Catherine, and I'm seeing some people. I've seen some people that who don't usually comment on the podcast, so
right.
I don't usually.
Well, that's why when I saw, where is she? She went up.
Karen.
She's been with us from the beginning,
which is great.
And I just, that's awesome. Yay.
So yeah. And then also besides, so you'd have the tea of the month chat where we just have a tea party together. It isn't that we give you a tea. We talk about a tea, and we talk about tea every podcast anyway, but we would just talk about what it tastes like too. We go a little bit more tea crazy. And then the main part is we're just going to have a tea party.
Yeah. It's going to be, honestly, it's going to be a little bit about the tea, but mostly it's going to be having our tea and talking.
Yeah. And it's not going to be necessarily focused on anything. That might be partially actually when we bring some of the book stuff in.
Yeah, talk about books and things like that.
Yeah, now some of the things that are less knitting related.
I did want to go back to the fact that the 10% off my stuff. Usually, when I do 10%, I have restrictions, or I can have restrictions for things. Like if I had a 10% code going right now, the kits that we have in there right now for the ladies' favorite mitts, say I don't put a coupon on that right now because it's not just for me.
Mhm.
But if I did a 10% for the people on the $5 tier,
Mhm.
and we had a kit, it would be the entire thing
Right, because it's
for-
us.
it's both of us.
So,
So you would get occasionally you might get something that is not available to someone else in terms of the discount.
mhm.
Um,
The other thing is that I would do an exclusive pattern for the patrons once a year. So like around Christmas time.
which level is that?
That's $5.
$5.
So the $5 level, people would get a pattern that would be that it would just be available for the patrons,
Right.
for $5 patrons. So I mean, do you guys think this is a good idea? Do you think it's
Is it a viable option?
Viable option?
We are trying to offer you more things, but we know we won't be a K and Dan.
that's why we
not-
can't go above a $5. We don't have the capacity to offer that. Now the designer things, that's not going to have any schedule on. It's like whenever I have something new. So it could be as often as multiple times. It can be multiple times a week, or it could be like once a month. It all depends on what my inspiration level is, and that starts with $3.
Right.
So, we have someone from Georgia. Yep, the Carolinas represent.
Definitely.
So,
What?
what
Patty's gonna be so mad that she missed this.
is she on Facebook? You might
She
want
is.
to message her.
I don't have.
Oh, let me get it on here.
Tell her
You chat and act interesting for a second.
act interesting. That's hard. So we're kind of excited about this because we'll get to interact more with you.
Mhm. And that's the other thing. Like sometimes I feel like because
Oh, thank you, Margaret. Thank you very much.
oh, Brenda, I forgot you were in Texas.
Texas, yes, that's right, Texas.
Um,
I'm trying to see. Nobody's here from Virginia. I think that Pat misrepresented herself to me. I thought she was from Virginia.
ooh.
Now, I'm not saying she told me she was. I just thought she was.
I probably should let Brittany and a couple other people know too.
Oh, Laura,
Laura, yeah.
we should have done that earlier.
Yeah, I don't plan things very
No.
well. But I kind of feel also people are going to see it because people are going to see it.
Yeah, I mean, if
I don't want to give anyone any
No.
people who were here who were here.
We'll let Missy contact Laura.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Missy can contact Laura if she wants to.
No one else.
Netherlands here. What's the exchange rate, Valeria?
So, yeah, what do you guys think? I mean, and we'll give you some time to think about. We're going to start like right this second. I might start the application process, get things going, but
Thank you, Missy.
Hmm.
Oh, that's right. Ouija woman's in Scotland. I forgot that.
That's right. Mhm. Nowhere near Reading.
It's short for
Glaswegian.
Is that a name? I'm sorry. I don't mean to be
That might
ignorant.
be an area.
Is it an area or is it a name?
Keep talking. I'm going to get something to put my hair up.
I've never heard that before. It's really pretty. Well, that's good, Margaret. You need to shoot us a line when you're down here so we can meet up. If you hear extraneous noise, my husband's getting ready to go outside with Davina.
You're going to hear a noise.
So.
You're welcome.
Oh, okay. Okay, from Glasgow. Got it. Okay, that makes sense.
So was it a name or was it a place?
It's like when we say Norwegian or something like that. Glasgowian? Glaswegian. I don't know.
Let's see if my hair's
Thank you,
long enough
Missy.
to handle this.
Hey, Packy Knits, how are you?
Hi, Heidi.
Yes, that's what we were talking about, Heidi, that we're thinking about going Patreon.
So what do you guys think? I mean, is that a crazy idea? And we can,
I'll tell her you said hi, Margaret. I think she just went outside.
yeah, she likes to enjoy the warm weather. There we go. Let's see if that stays
I
up.
love both Holland and
Go for it. Yeah. Okay.
and Scotland. They're beautiful.
And so
Yay.
I'm glad people think that's not crazy. I mean, it's not like it's going to
Yay.
be a crazy out of pocket thing. But if people don't do it, they don't do it.
No.
It's just,
Thank you, Rena.
thank you.
Rena, I saw your message. I just haven't had a chance to answer it.
It's like I kind of feel like I'm gonna stuff my face here, but we're all friends.
Yeah, and
That's part of the thing is like that's PHN. We're hanging out together.
and so especially on the tea section, you're gonna get this.
Yeah, because we are having tea together. I'm not gonna sit there and go, oh no, you can't see me eating on the podcast that we
Just don't talk with your mouth.
I agree, and that's why I'm hoping that we have one thing that's extra on each end of the month, and then everything else is as we're able to do it.
Right.
So you still get things that other people don't have, and that's why it's also not more than $5.
Yeah, because we can't do anything that's overproduced, and I don't mean overproduced in saying it's over
Done.
It's professional level.
Yeah.
We're not going to be doing that kind of stuff. We don't have the capability to do that,
Mm-hmm.
but we do want to give you guys something extra.
Yeah. So it's something that'd be worth it, but not anything too crazy for us, for what we can handle. And then maybe as my health starts getting a little better, we can start looking, at what else we can do. But right now, I think this is about as much as I could handle. One new thing at either end of the month, a Facebook group, which I have a feeling I'll probably be the one most active on that because Facebook is one of my.
Maybe I do know how to do Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do the other stuff. Thank you, Pat.
And thank you, Pat. That is a good idea. And mostly it'd be probably like mom doing that until I get a little bit more for the Zoom. And I think a Zoom meeting would be great. It'd be nice to see some of you people.
I think I've seen you there, Catherine, on Patreon. Have you caught the pops? I've seen you there.
Yeah. So I think it would be fun. I like the idea of a Zoom, even if I'm not always personally able to make it, because it'd be nice to have faces to put to the names that we've known you guys forever.
I mean, some of you I do know by face.
Yeah.
But
yes, you'll still post to YouTube.
That won't change.
Nothing
that will
will
not
change for anyone. The only thing that'll change is that there'll be some extra content. So like there'll be the same monthly podcast, the same weird stuff you get every
monthly
single
podcast.
Week. Did I say monthly?
Weekly podcast.
Okay, water.
The same weekly podcast, the same way we do everything as if we were not on Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple of other things.
Right. It sounds like a lot, but it's actually less workload than if I'm trying to go and do another job.
Yeah. This is helping her to do some financial stuff.
Right, because I have no income.
Yeah. Financial stuff and if I need to mail something out that's not covered by my Etsy shop, some of that might be defrayed, but mostly with her stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think we can stand the shock, Ouija woman.
What was that?
You really seeing her faces could be very scary.
No more so than seeing ours.
Yes.
Especially right now. Oh my gosh.
But I feel like I'm getting that moon facey thing, even though I'm not.
Moon facey?
Sometimes with certain medicines, you can get a little bit of a rounding in your face.
Oh right. No, you don't.
Yeah, it just feels like it.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so I'm really excited about this, guys, because half the time I'm living in pajama type things because they're cool and comfortable.
Yeah, I only had time to change. I'm still in my yarn dyeing pants, which are an old cast off pair of scrubs from her. But I had just enough time to change my shirt before we started.
Yeah, because she had a different sweatshirt on. What was it? It was
I don't know. It's just the paint. It has dye stock all over it, so I didn't want to wear it.
I want to say it was like a Pentagon.
It used to be Daddy's.
Yeah, it probably was Pentagon then. This one, hang on, this is a special shirt you need to talk about. I'm sure you've done it before on the podcast.
This is my Dynamics shirt. I used to be part of the choir, and when I took over directing the choir or co-directing the choir for the lady who was doing it, we always had the saying Dynamics. So I bought her, I had the shirt made up and I made one for me and it says Dynamics. We were the only two people who had it.
This was like 30 years ago.
30 years ago, yeah.
Overseas.
I'm decent. A new one for me. Just wearing the clothes I wore today might be garden clothes. Won't tell a soul. Won't tell a soul.
Scrub pants are my new comfy thing, or like just any sort of thin pair of pants that are just cool.
Right. Okay, there were other things. Oh, we're going to say that there might be. We said alongs. The other thing is there might occasionally be on something like this, because I do this sometimes, and so does Talia actually, is there might be random pullings for things from either my shop or hers.
Right. And we were thinking that would probably be in 3 or 5,
Mm-hmm.
3 and 5 maybe. Because there's going to be less for one.
Hi, Brittany. Yay.
Hey. So I'm loving all the interaction. We don't get this necessarily when we do it normal because
Our podcast would be 10 hours long if we got all this.
Right, which is why we don't do this every week.
This is why we're not doing a live podcast. It's just a live
Right.
stream. Because if we did a live podcast, you guys would have to get your lunch here, your breakfast here, and you'd be there all day.
Right, because we can't even when we do a normal podcast, we run an hour and a half, almost 2 hours long.
Bummer.
Oh, not a live no live podcast.
Oh, okay.
We would have to have for like a live stream, maybe like 2 projects we talk about. That's when we show things we can't show.
Right.
That's when we show things we can't show. So
and for me, yes, it is, Missy. I agree.
Yes, I agree.
PHN day out.
We almost did that in sync.
I know.
That's really sad.
Yeah. Well, I can't help that. I'm not sorry. Not
sorry.
sorry. Not sorry. No. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. What was I going to say?
I don't know.
2100, is that
9 o'clock?
9 o'clock, yeah. Okay.
9 p.m.
Is she talking to everybody?
Oh,
good. I'm glad.
So what we're doing, Brittany, is we are, and we've had enough people say that they're interested. We're talking about starting a Patreon with different tiers, no more than $5.
Right.
It's 1, 3, and 5.
5, and it does, and whatever's already up, whatever you get as a PHNer right now, that's not going to change.
Yeah, normal PHN stays the same.
It's nice to see you, Catherine. We hope to see you again.
Nice to see you, Catherine.
God bless.
God
Have a great
bless.
day.
I'm so happy to see some of the people that we don't normally talk to as well. It's nice to see the people that we always talk to and still get communication with. But it's nice to talk to some of the people that we don't.
Mm-hmm. Now we were saying that the live chat, when we do a live chat, we will have a scheduled one once a month, right?
Yes.
But there might be some that just pop up.
Right. And the designer ones are just whenever I have something designy to talk
And
about.
the same thing if I decide that, I need to show you some yarns, maybe I'm doing a kit or something. You guys will get to see it first.
That's Davina. Davina can talk to a wall.
Pat, I'll tell you a story. When I was I had been moved into a classroom. I was a second grader in a third grade class because they moved me up a grade for that year. And I'm sitting there. And I came home and I said, Mom, they keep moving me from place to place they keep moving me from table to table because everybody keeps talking to me. So they went in to talk to the teacher, and the teacher said, she talks to everybody. She would talk to anything, to the wall. So, yes. So it's probably a good thing that Pat's not here with us right now.
This is why I needed to have her with me on the podcast. Do you need me to throw away your trash?
Oh, okay, thanks. Do we have to do that right now?
I just wanted to because it's messy.
Okay.
It's crumbly. But that's why I needed you on the podcast because you talk to walls better than I do.
Oh, thank you, Brittany.
Thank
you're
you.
Moving?
Good.
Best of luck with your move. We've done that many, many, many times.
Yes.
I'm glad that I hope it goes well. Stay safe with all the people around and all that. Okay.
I'm just thinking about when Davina and I I was probably about 10. Davina was probably about 12. And it was when we were going to be moving back to the States. And you and Dad always did a very good job about making us excited about moving. And Davina and I kept saying like, oh, God, we're going to be moving. Wow, we're still young. I like literally, that is what we were saying at 10 and 12.
Color tutorials.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I don't mind. I definitely could do that because I have the thing. The thingy-ma-block.
Yep. That's probably true, Pat. One of the reasons anyway.
So
you're welcome, Brittany. I'm not sure what we did, but
yeah, it would just be like
the
tips. But I have my GoPro. That's the word. GoPro that just sits on my head when my head's not having an achy day, and you can see what my hands are doing. That's what I've done all my tutorial videos with. So I have the equipment to do it. So yeah, I could definitely, even if it's just to see, this is what it looks like to have color work in two hands or whatever. Because I actually like having people see that view. I think it's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
So yeah, that's totally a great idea. And it would just be, and eventually some of the tutorials, I could spruce them up, or you might see some in patterns, but they would be more easily available to the patrons.
Right.
Not everything would make into patterns, because I figure if most people, if they're doing a Fair Isle pattern, they're gonna know Fair Isle. I'm not gonna provide a tutorial every Fair Isle pattern. There's a reason I have it marked intermediate. But for you guys or for whoever is doing Patreon, there might be a video that shows that.
We'll see you soon, Packing Knits. It was great to see you. God bless.
God bless.
Yeah, and for me, you know me, I start designs and they don't go anywhere or something. So you might
But
see
that's still
things,
part of the process.
You'll see things and then you won't see things. And then, for my dyeing, I'm not comfortable yet showing that kind of stuff, if anybody's even interested in that kind of stuff in terms of the process. But we'll see. It could change.
Right. So, there's stuff that we can do without it being super, it's not like it's adding a whole lot. It just puts a camera to it.
It's just like you're coming to visit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be what we are, just what we are.
So, yay, this was good. And we're actually hitting almost 40 minutes.
No.
Yeah.
31.
Oh, okay. I can't read.
No.
Okay.
So we are glad that you guys all showed up and we got to see you, and thank you for your support for this. Do you want to have a thread in there in our group in PHN?
Yeah, I think we probably should have a thread. I might want to set. Yeah, I'm going to have a thread, but it's going to be marked as something that is happening, because I'll do kind of simultaneously setting up the Patreon, because I'm sure there's some things I need to do, like have the picture up and everything and things like that. It's so great visiting with everybody.
That's
you.
a sweet thing to say.
For some reason, this one was a lot easier than the one I did earlier in my room.
Thank you, Valeria. We'll let you know. We'll let them know.
I'm glad this is what you needed, Missy.
You too, Missy. I'm glad you were here. I'm glad you. Yes.
So this was fun. So okay, we are going to end this because no one in the house can do anything as long as we have the live stream. They try to be nice.
Yes.
So
God bless you all, and we look forward to seeing you on our podcast or whatever it is we have next.
Or whatever comes next, because there's going to be a lot more with Patreon. So
okay, God bless y'all.
Bye.
Bye.